Hello, King for Mayor here. This is a TZM challenge. It's not an RVE challenge. It's not a TVP challenge. This is specifically a TZM challenge. Although other groups are more than welcome to take the challenge and answer the challenge as well. Completely legit. This is open to everybody, but it's specifically a challenge for the Zagheist movement. So it seems that every time I talk about the Zagheist movement, um, or ask a question about the Zagheist movement, I get these attackers that come on my page and leave comments, nasty comments. You don't know what you're talking about, or flippant remarks like, "Well, you just have to watch the movies, man," or what's another one? Oh, this is where my challenge comes from. The one I get most often is that decisions are arrived at by the scientific method. All right, so that is the focus of this challenge, the scientific method. Now, I myself am a scientist. That's what I do. That's how I make my living, by the scientific process. Um, I'm very familiar with the scientific method. And just to be clear, so that we're all clear on the scientific method is a method used to arrive at a scientific theory. Alright? That's what it is. That's the definition of the scientific method. To break it down a little more, there is 4 parts, and I'm just going to look at this real quick to make sure that I get it exactly right here. Let's see. Where is it? I just had it. No. Okay. So, understanding characterization from an experience and observation. 2. Analyze. Hypothesis, a proposed explanation. 3. Synthesis, deduction, prediction from the hypothesis. And 4. Review, extend, test, and experiment. Okay, so this is the scientific method. Anybody can do this. It's middle school science stuff. Alright? So, given that the scientific method is a method used to arrive at a theory, okay, this is all I want from you guys is a theory and an explanation of the scientific method, or how you use the scientific method to come to this theory or conclusion, in other words. Alright, so this is a 2-part challenge. There's two things that I want, 2 theories that I want. Number 1, use the scientific method to come up with a theory of how to implement public air travel that is safe from terrorism without infringing on personal privacy and personal comfort. That's number 1. Number 2, come up with a theory using the scientific method of how to distribute resources to the implementation of the conclusion of question number 1 without degrading the resources of other RBE infrastructures. Okay, so there is uh, the two problems that I want to see the Zeitgeist movement come up with solutions for using the scientific method. Now, I'm not asking you to create a whole world. I'm only asking you for these two questions to be answered using the scientific method. That's it. And I'm giving partial credit on this, okay? You can do only number 1 if you want, and you can do only number 2 if you want. You guys can play off of each other. You can work together. You can work separately. Um, you can do a back and forth sort of thing. However you want to do it. The only rules to the challenge is you have to come up with a theory for each question, and you have to use the scientific method and explain how you use the scientific method to come up with that theory. It's a very simple challenge. It's a great way to kick your movement off and show that it's for real, that it's a real thing. I believe in you guys. I believe you can do this. Okay? You don't even have to implement it. You just have to come up with a theory of how. Okay? It's not going to cost you any money. You guys can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Alright, guys? So, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Show me how this scientific method thing works in its application of coming up with legitimate theories to solve the basic problems of society.